Rourke, thank you for joining us. The private memorial service for Neil Armstrong is just now wrapping up. 9 News reporter Kendall Herold has been outside CAMARGO Country Club in Indian Hill, where family, friends, and fellow astronauts are gathering to remember the first man on the moon. Kendall?
Hey, good afternoon, Tanya. Right now, we are expecting Navy fighter jets to fly over us in honor of Neil Armstrong, marking the end of today's private memorial service. Now, as you all probably know, Neil Armstrong was a very private man, and his memorial service today was just that, private. We're standing across the street from CAMARGO Country Club, where the service is taking place right now with family, friends, and fellow astronauts. Now, we have been given a program of the service that includes a list of what's going on in there today. Now, it started about an hour ago at 11. I'm told there are 10 astronauts here today, and that includes John Glenn, Apollo 13 Commander James Lovell, and the last man on the moon, Eugene Cernan. Armstrong's 2 sons spoke about their father, and Ohio Senator Rob Portman gave the eulogy. Armstrong's friend, businessman Charles Metcham, also spoke here about the American hero. Now, I spoke with one man who traveled here all the way from Connecticut, even though he wasn't invited to the service. He's just a member of the community who honors and respects Neil Armstrong and what he did for our country. He watched with us from across the street as folks arrived here. He told me he made a promise to his wife when he watched Armstrong land on the moon 43 years ago, saying if he lived past Neil Armstrong, he'd come to see him off.
I'm satisfied just to see and be near where he's being remembered, because I think that his achievement is going to go far beyond us mere mortals here. Forgive me. He's going to be remembered, and even though we just lowered the flags of half-staff today, they should have been lowered from the beginning, because there'll be times in the future, 50,000 years from now, that we will only be remembered because we lived in an age when he set foot on the moon.
Armstrong lived here in Indian Hill. He was an Ohio native, and he died on Saturday at the age of 82. Now, in just a few minutes, when this funeral, or I should say memorial service, does wrap up, we're expecting to speak with Senator Rob Portman, and we'll talk with him about how he remembered Neil Armstrong here today. We're also expecting to speak with a NASA official as well as a former astronaut about the American hero and local legend. We'll bring you more coming up on 9 News at 12:30. Kendall Herold, 9 News Live in Indian Hill.